Alrighty. And we're starting things off. Just waiting for people to drop in. Alright. Hello, Seth. Alright. So, this is more or less what we worked on the other day. So, what I'm planning to do next is maybe have, let's say, another 2, 3 seconds. If we're getting a little bit bigger, maybe like the suit showing that it's tightening before it just completely explodes. Ooh, a lot of people dropping in right away. We got Jiro, we got Charles Buchanan, Mac Makaru-san, Bonnie, Angel, Smiles, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Chad, Charles. Oh, Charles. I already said Charles. Quincy and Rover. Alistair. Hello, everybody. I'm just checking to make sure that thumbnail looks right. All right. Okay. Hello, Chad. Riley. Lots of people wanted to see Sandy. She was the winner, overwhelming winner. Which I was surprised. I thought Lois would have won. So far, the lowest live stream that I did has the most views. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's try 2 seconds. Has the most views so far. But maybe that's also because it has the most captivating thumbnail. All right. So we're continuing the shape tween that we were doing before, and we're just going to maybe round it out, maybe make some of these shapes a little bit bigger, a little rounder, before her suit bursts and we see her getting bigger. For those of you who don't remember the inspiration I mentioned, this kind of sequence was inspired by that Dexter's Lab episode with Big Dee. Da, da, da. And someone really likes Paw Patrol. Sky Queen? Not sure who that is. All right. So, oops. Making these shapes just a little bit bigger. Not too much. Oops. And the lines. Can't forget the lines. Yeah, that's right, Rover. Big Sister. Classic episode. Deepton is here. Superior Cyber Godzilla is here. Hello. Not much, Deaton. What's up with you? Hello, Emiliano. Emiliano. Blondie's here. Hi, Blondie. Hello. Blondie, hi. Quincy asks, hi, giant woman. Ask you something? Okay. What's your favorite and less favorite Sonic game? Uh, I think the game that I played the most was probably Sonic 2 or Sonic and Knuckles. I love those games a lot. Least favorite Sonic game? Uh, I guess the one for the PlayStation, the infamous one. I think it had an orca whale in it. I remember so little about that. Uh, I don't play a whole lot of Sonic games, but I like to stick to the more retro ones, 2D Sonic games. Gentlemen, can you tell maybe to draw next? I wasn't planning on doing any more drawing sessions, just because they take so long when I'm making assets. I don't know, maybe sometime I will, but I prefer to work on drawing offline. Yen's here. Yen, hello, Yen. You know what game you don't play enough? Helldivers 2 Soldier. You need to get initiative and learn to move, move, move. Democracy has no time for you to dally. Oh my God. Yen, I got the frickin' music stuck in my head. Like, just now I was getting something out of the fridge before I started streaming, and I have the soundtrack in my head. It's like da 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 da. It's terrible, but I do love that game. That might be my favorite game in a while. It's just so fun to get into. Oh, today I was playing Helldivers with a squad of randos. We finished the main missions, and we had the option to evacuate, but we still had like a lot of side missions to do. And one of the randos decided to go to the extraction site early, and everyone got so mad at him. It was hilarious. We had to book it like halfway across the map to get to the evacuation site, and they just basically executed this guy. They were so mad at him. Everyone extracted, but him. It was great. Oh my God, I love Helldivers 2 so much. Let's see. Sorry about that. Michael Boom. That Sandy is a giant. Yep. Magic Will's here. I don't think I've seen you here before. Guess whose birthday it is today? I'm gonna guess it's yours. If it is, happy birthday. Hope you're getting some nice gifts. Uh, Linsu L asks, will a Gravity Falls voting suggestion be the next voting poll? You know what? I was thinking of actually doing a tutorial about lip sync stuff, since we do have part two of that Pacifica Rim video. And I have all the lines already recorded for it. So yeah, if not this week, maybe next week I could show you all how to do lip sync with Pacifica. Nothing super fancy. It's pretty basic stuff. I've already shown you how to stream your audio, so it's easier to sync it up with with each frame. And when I make mouths, for talking for characters, I usually keep it very simple. I just try to keep it effective. It's usually just like open mouth, and then like an O-shaped mouth for like ooze, for O sounds. Yeah, we could do some Something with Gravity Falls sometime on live stream. That could be fun. See, Seth is filling up chat with these fun little emotes. Random guy asks, also, who would win in a fight, Kratos or Jackie? Uh, I think when Jackie was Titan sized, it probably would have been an even match because Kratos has slain Titans before pretty easily. But now Jackie's like bigger than the planet. I don't know if Kratos has fought anyone like that. Kratos or Kratos? I haven't played one of those games in a while. Um, I started on one of the games where it's like I guess he's killing the Viking gods. Well, it's a fun game, but some of the difficulty felt kind of artificial. I didn't care for it. Like there's bad guys that you fight that are super easy, but then later on it's like they're a different color or they level them up somehow and they just take big chunks of your health. I didn't do a lot of the side quest stuff. 10 minutes have passed. Thank you, Blondie. Colin Panhoff says maybe try growing Sandy in her what? No. Also, I don't consider that her underwear. I consider that her swimwear. Because that's what most people wear in Bikini Bottom, isn't it? They're just walking around in in swimwear. Guys are usually like in beach shorts. Ladies are like in swimsuits or bikinis. All right. And let's see. Let's make these legs a little bit bigger. Rover asks, what's your opinion on the Cars movies? Haven't seen them. I've seen like little shorts and little bits. They look okay. I have seen like the Disney shorts with the little blue coupe, which I like it. Kind of wish that was what they did with the Cars movies. Sentient cars is kind of weird. It's an interesting world that they have, but eh, not my favorite Pixar movie series. Oppenheimer Media 2002. Hope you did a great job on animating Sandy, man. I'm getting there. Frame by frame, minute by minute. Olivia says, "Rrrr." Olivia, are you doing like an impression of a Cars? Like, is that like an engine revving? I wonder if that got captured in the microphone. They got like noise suppression on, so it's hard to tell like what kind of noises get suppressed. Chad Bob, are feet going to be how they are in show or more human like? I always prefer to go with how they do it on the show. Or if they haven't shown the feet on the particular character, I'll like take a crack at guessing how would it look like when I did um, that beach version of XJ9 last summer. I felt that's how they would have made them on the show if she like wanted to have toes or something like that. Oppenheimer. So when are you going to make Britney, the Chipettes, the 80s? Not really interested in that series. I think they have I don't know if they're still making it. They did like a 3D animated version on Nickelodeon recently, or maybe like a few years ago. It's interesting, like for the modern or more modern Chipmunks media stuff. They like make them chipmunk sized. Yeah, I haven't been like a really big fan of that series. All right, let's see how this looks. Oops, wait, let's move these lines here. Move these lines here. And again, if you're doing stuff with Animate, uh, I usually use the mouse just because it's easier for me to make adjustments on the lines and all that. All right, it's shape between the head. And let's see how this is starting to look. Oh, something wrong going on with one of the ears there. What the heck is that? BNSF 2012. Is it just me or am I looking at a now adult version of SpongeBob? Adult version of SpongeBob. I don't even know what that would look like. Adult version of SpongeBob. I know Ren and Stimpy. Ah, that's the culprit. Okay, let me fix this. I know Ren and Stimpy, they did like an adult party cartoon. I think it was on Spike TV years later. And the show's creator like was given so much creative control, but I don't think that series was super popular. Definitely not, something I liked. I prefer the classic Ren and Stimpy. But yeah, they did some adult themes with Ren and Stimpy. I can't imagine them doing that with SpongeBob. Let's see, Robot Chicken made a SpongeBob short. Are you talking about the one where it's like uh, he was accusing Mr. Krabs of making Krabby Patties out of fish? I'm surprised they haven't done that yet on SpongeBob, or have they? Have they done an episode where like someone suspected that Mr. Krabs was making his uh his patties out of people? That'd be pretty insane. All right, let's see how this looks. All right, and oops, what the heck was that? All right, that's nothing. All right, so she gets big, and there's some pressure on the suit. Let's make that a little bit wider. And we could do different things to show that pressure's being put on the suit. like little tears starting to appear, like little cracks in the helmet. Animation rookie. I did not know the next stream would be today. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do live streams on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. 20 minutes have passed. Thank you, Blondie. Smiles is asking, how do you catch a squirrel? With nuts, I assume. There's a beach that I used to go to. That like right in the sandy banks, there were these squirrels. They were so cute. They were running around like it was weird, like these tunnels or something like that under the rocks. And they were pretty friendly. They just come up to you if you had any food, peanuts especially. They made me think of Sandy. She's a beach squirrel. By acting like a nut. That was close. Random guy. Also, have you seen the anime Hellsing Ultimate or Hellsing the Dawn? It's about Dracula fighting for the Church of England. Uh, I don't think I've seen that. What's that on? Someone tried to show me an anime with vampires one time, and it just opened up like very bloody, and it was like too much for me. I like a good horror movie because it like wraps up in like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. But it's harder for me to get into like an entire series that it's just going to be like gore and carnage. It's like too much. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode? I swear I get asked that like every other live stream. But my favorite for sure is the Viking episode. I swear I've seen that the Viking episode like at least 100 times. I love it so much. I got really bored on a road trip once, and I actually had to memorize, and I just acted out the whole thing. I just love that episode so much. For me, that episode is like the perfect SpongeBob episode. It's just so funny and memorable. You get a nice uh, part for Squidward in that one. He isn't just like getting the business from SpongeBob. And that's such a weird, abrupt ending. I love it. All right, I think I'm going to add a few tears real quick. Giant Loud Sisters in the Grande House finale. Um, oh, yeah, actually, I was thinking of doing that, but like maybe for the very last scene, like very last scene. I won't spoil it because I know some people like to go into these things spoiler free, and nobody likes being spoiled. I mean, unless it's like the kind with presents. I was watching something recently with a friend, but we were spoiled on it. I think it was Velma, the Velma series that nobody likes. Someone spoiled so much for us. It was so annoying. Da, da, da. Jupiter Rex. Oh, okay. Hello there. Sorry I'm late. Nope, no worries. We just started. Da, da, da. Let's see. Also, the anime has the most badass butler. I do like butler characters. There's Alfred. There's the butler from Lethal Company. And the butler on Big O. Just remember him having like some Alfred vibes, but like he also had a big old gun that he'd shoot. Meta Knight, are you going to have bubbles showing air escaping? Yeah, I could add that detail later. That's a good idea, actually. Actually, when she bursts out of this, I could definitely add like a bunch of bubbles going up into the air. How long until this project is finished? Asks Garvey Neal. Hard to say. I'll try to finish it next month. To be honest, the only true adult content here is the swearing. Yep. That's how we get away with it. Some people have complained that they missed when I did more, I guess, more outrageous stuff. There was an animation I did where it opened with Timmy pointing a gun at a Doug Dimmadome and a fake Doug Dimmadome. But we like to like, you know, if we don't want to rate it an animation for as for kids, which we don't like to do, we'll just add some cursing. There's been a few times where I forgot to add it, and it's like, I'll just upload it the way it is, and eh. But yeah, you know about Big O. Yeah, I watched it a long time ago. I think it was on Adult Swim or whatever they called their anime block back then. Toonami? So I remember watching that show. It was decent. There are not a whole lot of animes that I liked, but there were a few that were just really interesting to watch. So it was like Big O, Trigun, um, Cowboy Bebop. I think really anything with guns is just interesting to watch. Let's maybe put one on her arms. R.I.P. Stefan Hillenberg. Rover259 asks, "What's your favorite DreamWorks movie?" Uh, Probably the Shrek movies. Daniel, have you heard about No Time to Spy, the next Loud House movie? Yeah, someone's shown me promotional stuff for it. Looks interesting. I guess someone on the show really likes James Bond type espionage stuff. Because they've done a few episodes where Lincoln's uh, like a spy. I forget what do they call the spy series in the Loud House. Daniel Steele? Mad Knight says, "I started watching Digimon. I thought Pokemon was confusing, but this, wow." If Yen was still around, she'd probably have something to say about that. David Steele. I can't believe I forgot. It's David, not Daniel. That's embarrassing. Because I'm a David. I can't even remember my own namesake. David Steele. He's the man. All right. Probably make these go a little bit higher here. Film Sparks says, "Hey Jack." Hey Film Sparks. I recognize that avatar. At this point, Texas side Sandy has one more state to compete with. Alaska. Oh, that would be fun. Maybe as a bonus scene, her tangling with an Alaskan bullworm. I'm not sure what she'd do with it. I don't think squirrels eat worms. Have you watched Walking with shows like Walking with Dinosaurs, Walking with Beasts? I can't say that I have, but from what you're saying, I'm gonna assume those are like documentaries. I don't usually watch a lot of documentaries, but when I do, it's usually nature documentaries. History documentaries are fine too. I like it when they look into prehistoric tribes. It's always interesting. Still would love to commission you. Maybe someday, Film Sparks. Colton Fireboy says, "Hi." Hello, Colton. All right. So yeah, so far just been a bunch of shape tweens. I wish my headphones were working. I'm watching this at a train station. Ooh, train station. Are you in Europe by any chance? All my friends who tell me that they're uh, taking a train or on a train, they're usually in Europe. It's usually the best way to get around. Will this tutorial be helpful? Um, we'll see. Mostly right now, I've just been doing more of the same from before, which is doing stuff with shape tweens, doing line tweens right now for the cracks in Sandy's helmet. You know, take a small line, make a keyframe, sort of shape between the shape you want it to turn into. So nothing really new, just adding to what we've already established. All right, this is looking decent. I could always go back and add more to it. Imagine if SpongeBob absorbs a ton of water just to be at Sandy's level. Oh yeah. Actually, I had a different fate in mind for SpongeBob. Let me move some scenes around. I might have him go into the tree dome, like to escape from Sandy getting bigger. And then when Sandy puts on the tree dome as a helmet to help her breathe underwater, maybe SpongeBob will be in there. She takes a deep breath. No. Actually, I could work on this a little bit right now. With Patrick voice. Hooray, it's SpongeBob! Uh, Vanilla Beam, I think it's Vanilla Beam, does a really good Patrick voice. Mimi McGill says, smiley face. Film Sparks. I heard Animate is becoming near unusable at this point. It's been pretty good for me. Especially since I got this new laptop. I haven't had like any issues with crashing. Oops. Oops. And so as you can all see, I'm doing a basic motion tween here, and I'm just scaling my assets. So first frame, first keyframes, these sizes, and then at the 3 second mark, I have more keyframes with bigger sizes. Moto, yo, what up? Meta Knight. Don't feed a guy a SpongeBob. Oh my God, I love that. Oh, I love Teddy. I kind of feel like Bob sometimes, probably because I have that monotone voice, and this is kind of like my job. I've got a few teddies in my life, which isn't a bad thing. Sis and bro, I'm back. Hi, sis and bro. Moto, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good day so far. Can't complain. She ate the leader of Nickelodeon. Uh, not sure if I'd call him the leader. Mascot. Mickey Mouse, on the other hand, I feel like since that those South Park episodes, like he definitely has leader vibes. But seriously, who's gonna make the Krabby Patties now? Probably Squidward. He's not great at it, but he has to make them when SpongeBob's not around, when he has Sunday off. If he even gets Sunday off anymore. I don't know. You gotta hate it when Mr. Krabs is just making SpongeBob do all this extra work for nothing, no money. Reminds me a bit of when a fish got eaten by Sandy when she had a mouthful of acorns. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. 40 minutes have passed. Thank you, Blondie. I genuinely don't know how neither Squidward or Krabs can't make patties. I think Mr. Krabs can make them if he remembers how. Squidward, it's one of those continuity things where sometimes it's like he can make them, like in the Bubble Buddy episode. Other times, not so much. He just burns everything. He's good at making fancy food, though. Can you make giant sandy stomp? Possibly. Let me see. Maybe on Thursday. I had an asset. Oh, yeah. She could stomp this building, I guess. NY Tunes, hello. That title is misleading. What title? There was a title? I don't want to mislead anyone. What the heck is going on with this thing? Can this be a real video? Ask Sis and Bro. Eventually. These things take time. But it's nice to be able to work on this stuff with y'all around. So it's a little less boring. As this stuff can be a little boring. A little bit. Day says this looks like it's going to be awesome. I hope so. Otherwise, y'all stop uh, checking out our videos. You'll protest me. How deep? Let's see. How deep should he go? That deep? See how that looks. Oh no, I forgot. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. What have I done? Close. Yeah. All right, so I made a little oopsie there. You can see filter will not render. The dimensions are too large. So, yeah, I messed up. Also, what um, made it sort of slow down like that is I added a blur filter to Sandy to show like, SpongeBob's in front, Sandy's like a little bit further. So that made it like hard to render. But when I actually exported this into a video file, it'll be fine. It just big image plus blur filter makes it harder. Oh, I'm not sure if I've shown you all how to do blur filter before. You click on your graphic, you make it into a movie clip, properties, filters, and then just add a blur filter. All right, that's enough detour. Let's get back to this. Oops, not this. Let's get back to this. All right. Let's see. All right. Got what I was going to do. Okay, right here, 4-second mark. I think that's a 4-second mark. All right, good. I'm gonna make her just a little bit bigger. Nice. All right. Oh, and by the way, I still remember that y'all wanted her to be drinking like a kelp shake. So I'll definitely make that asset next time. All right. So what we can do now is start on the burst. So what we want to do is basically this asset's going to disappear. Remove. Going to add some blank keyframes. I'll add an extra layer here for effects. Just write that as effects. Effects. Actually, I might want the effects over Sandy's asset. All right. Let's see. What do we have? We have her feet. Feet. Oh, I haven't been looking at the comments. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. I'm a #1 fan of your channel. Thank you, sis and bro. I know this wouldn't be part of this, but I see Sandy getting into a fight with a deep sea diver from the movie. The deep sea diver? Oh, that guy. The Cyclops. The one-eyed monster. What other comments we got here? You should make it so things are deleted once they go off screen. Um, I can make that kind of programming actually when I make video games. Like if someone throws a projectile, I can program it to just disappear. It's a little bit harder with Animate to program that kind of stuff. Or if it is, I haven't played around with that. I can probably take this image, uh, make a mask for the size of the screen, so she's not showing, for the parts that are masked. So yeah, I could try that next time. At least Sandy knows Frenchie. Oh yeah, they're fellow scientists. I'm sure they hang out. Good old Frenchie, aka a Jacques Cousteau parody. For anyone familiar with his documentaries, kind of want to check out one of his classic documentaries. I don't think I've ever seen one. I just want to see how close they do like the narration, Frenchie's narration. Da, da, da. You and Mrs. Puff both. SpongeBob is immortal, and I am SpongeBob fan, but sure I could happy to see it. Hmm. All right, I need to fix these lines here a little bit. Ah, they're too thick. Let's see, two, maybe just a one or 1.5. Yeah, probably 1.5. All right. All right, so we'll have Sandy just sort of shooting out of her suit. We kind of want to line up the legs and the head with where the legs and the head are. Oh, more lines to adjust. All right, that's looking better. Theodore Lemon's Animation Studios. Can you animate it or do you just help out? Um, yeah, I do all the animation. I do all the animation. We have voice actors that voice act. As you can tell from my voice, I don't do that. I can't make music, so yeah, I do all the animation, and then we have folks that help out with all the other stuff that I need help with. Animation Rookie asks, what's your favorite episode from Hilda? Hmm. I kind of like the one where David keeps getting his head cut off. I'm amazed that that was an episode. That poor kid. I like the workaround that it was like um some weird weapon that like cauterizes the body parts that get cut off, which somehow also keeps them alive. But yeah, that was a fun episode. All right, so this is kind of a jump cut here. Oh, the arms should be sticking out a little bit more. That's one of my least favorite episodes. Was it too violent for you, Animation Rookie? All right, so we're gonna add some effects to kind of cover up this sudden change in scenes. Let's make those feet a little bit bigger. Why not? So like a flash burst, some bubbles maybe. Pieces of the suit, can't forget that, flying around. I felt bad for David. He got his own episode. It's fine. Chris Atkins, this will look really good and cool. Thank you, Christian Atkins. Thank you for your vote of support. All right, let's see. Maybe like a flash like this. And we could add some effects to it. So it's not just a circle. SpongeBob is strong enough to hold universe weight on his shoulders. He might be one of the most powerful cartoon characters. He's SpongeBob SquarePants. Oops. Let's see. SpongeBob. So you animate with shape. In this case, I'm animating with shape. Shape tweens. I usually do that if I'm working on a sequence like this. Again, if I want to slow down the process, whether it's growth, shrinking. So yeah, shape tweens are good if you don't want to like draw 60 frames individually. Making a simple burst here. You could always come back and add to it. 1 hour has passed. Thank you, Blondie. I might go just a little bit longer because I do want to finish this part. And yeah, you can see some of the little things we do for animating, like this little burst, parts going outward. Um, so some really great effects. If anyone's seen the new Smiling Friends, they just did so much great animation in that the Alan Adventure episode. This part is making me think of uh, when the pigeons are flying into the helicopter rotor blades. Like they didn't even make it look gory and gross. They made it look like amazing. Like just these ribbons of blood flying around. It was just such a weird detail to add, but it was just uh, really great fluid animation. I loved it. You know about Smiling Friends? Yes. I was actually even thinking about doing a Smiling Friends themed banner for next month, but I beyond the adding like the Smiling Friends building to the city, I couldn't think of anything else. But yeah, decent show. Let's see. Pop. Ah, that is looking really good. Pop. Teehee. What about Employee of the Month? Which one is that? Oh, pizza delivery episode. Yeah, those are good ones. Those are definitely some good classic ones. When you're in the mood for some classic SpongeBob. So I guess Sandy is popping out of her suit. Yeah, that's what the title is. Sandy Cheeks busts out. Kablam! Shablam! Bam! 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 Good thing she had her clothes on with her. Yes, though technically, I guess it would be fine if she wasn't wearing any clothes because on the show it's not like a big deal, I guess. Is that episode with Neptune's moon has everybody running around naked. All right. I could add little bits of her suit. Oh, I could have the little acorn patch fly off. Giant Sandy is just every Tuesday to SpongeBob and Bikini Bottom. Yeah, they live in a place filled with chaos. And sometimes SpongeBob's the one that's causing it. Sometimes Sandy. The butterfly episode. That's a good chaos one. I just love how much like everything just descends into madness. I mean, Hulk short never ripped apart when Bruce became Hulk. Yeah, no one wants to see what the Hulk has under there. I mean, some people do, but I guess general audiences don't. They just want to see him run around and clobber stuff. You know what? Maybe it's the pants that he wears that is made out of like some kind of special material. His purple pants. Maybe there's something about maybe there's something about purple material that's stronger. Now I am very confused with stupid miscommunication and my spell. What? All right. She'll have a good time studying Godzilla, who also lives in the sea. That's a good point. Got a lot of Godzilla fans on our channel. My favorite time to watch Godzilla movies is probably around the holidays, like Christmas. There's a channel, I don't remember which one. They do like marathons every once in a while, and one of the movie marathons they did around Christmas was for Godzilla movies. I don't know. Christmas, sorry. Christmas and Godzilla just seems right to me. They go together. When is the next kaiju profile? Uh, that one, I believe that was a commission that was um, something that was paid for by one of our subscribers, and I guess they lost interest in it. It's kind of why I've done a sort of a new rule on our Patreon about people who are paying for animations to get made, not to do like episodic episodes anymore, episodic animation projects, because sometimes people just either quit or lose interest, and then we have a bunch of episodes that was supposed to have a sequel, but then there isn't, and that upset some people. I've done that too with some projects I definitely want to come back to. But it's hard. So many ideas. So little time. But yeah, sadly, no immediate plans to do more kaiju profiles. Sorry. Yeah, we got some of her boot pieces flying off. All right. 1 hour and 10 minutes. All right. We'll wrap things up pretty soon. I'm liking how it's looking so far. All right. Oh my goodness, this is looking so good. I'm loving this. I could add some bubbles later. I think I'll make one bubble now so I don't forget because I do like that idea. It adds something to it. I remember in classic SpongeBob episodes, that effect was spammed so much. Like something would happen and they're like a burst or an explosion. There'd just be bubbles everywhere to like really give you a sense, hey, these characters are underwater. I don't think they do that as much anymore, which is a shame. Firewolf the Wolgan. She's going to have to really hold her breath, indeed, but only for a little while, and then she'll find a new helmet, aka the tree dome. That's a good looking bubble. Bubble. Permission to voice my opinion of my least favorite video on this channel? You don't have to ask for permission. We get those comments all the time. So many people say, "Ooh, this video, I don't like it. Ooh, this channel. What? Where's the heart? Where's the love?" So yeah, say what you gotta say. Say your piece. I won't be too offended. Moto, remember when SpongeBob used the bubbles as a shortcut in the Wild Riders or whatever it was called? I have to watch that one again. I think all I remember from that episode is that um was the sort of the switcheroo at the end. We're not the wild bunch. We're the mild bunch. Like a senior motorcycle club or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't Squidward go like crazy at the end of that episode too? Like he's ready to just give up his life and become one of them. Probably gonna have to add a lot more bubbles to really get that effect going. A lot of big bubbles, a lot of small bubbles. Not too happy with the bubble effect right now, but I'll add to it later. Make it really good. But for now, this is sort of like a reminder. Oh, they didn't go all the way up. Go up, stupid. Why aren't you going all the way up? Probably one of my favorite things to say to my brother. And like we have no idea what we're doing. Dig up, stupid. Okay. All right. All right, so we have her growing here. Oh, it's bubbles. Go up. Out of my face. All right. Oh, look, it's the dream killer. Checkers. Who's a dream killer? Dream killer. He's got the touch that kills dreams. Dream killer. He's the man who kills your dreams. All right, I'll add another effect for when she's about to grow again. But for now, I think we're good. I guess I'll take a look at a few more comments before I call it a day. I'll and I'll just mention tomorrow is likely going to be a game stream, so more small lands for anyone who's interested. I think I'm going to be fighting some more Sawyer beetles so I can get my next equipment upgrade. And then Thursday, it's likely going to be more of this project. I'm really liking how this sequence is looking so far. Let's see. I really want to know, will there be more digital circus videos? No plans yet, though we did enjoy the more the latest episode of Digital Circus, and we might get some inspiration. But for right now, no plans at the moment. That will be a 4 kilometer tail tall. That would be almost 4 kilometers tall. Uh, I don't know how tall that would be kilometers wise. What's your thoughts on Indigo Park? Not sure what that is. I sent you the video. Have a laugh later. I'll check my Discord later, Moto. Thank you very much. Uh, Firewolf the Wolgan. I'm seeing this comment. I'm guessing she's going to be more than human sized. Yep. I think at this size right now she's going to be human sized, but then she's definitely going to have a bit of an upgrade. All right, let's see. One more, and then I will call it. It would be funny if Patchy the pirate on his boat with Potty the parrot find themselves on top of sandy near Bikini Atoll. That would be fun. I think there is a cartoon version of Patchy, so I'll think about it. The soup bursting is good, says James Loveland. Thank you, James. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for keeping me company during some of the more boring parts of animation. It's been fun. I'll see you again tomorrow for anyone that's interested in game streaming, and if not, I'll see you on Thursday for more Sandy. And you have a nice day.